I am more optimistic about what this technology can provide today than I was even 6 months ago, because I can now see the utility benefits of what it will do. We of course have to understand and figure out how these agentic systems, agentic workers will work, how we will work with them, how we will enable them to be effective to deliver the values that we want, how we can ensure in many cases that it delivers the precision in the environments that we care about. But there are some bigger issues that our leaders and politicians are going to have to think about and figure out. But I do believe that humanity and society can progress utilizing these tools as they had with steam and mechanization, and there'll be a reformation of new tools. And I always think about these tools will enable us to, if we do this right, be more human, focus on the human interactions and not just focus on, call it the data extraction and analysis, and utilize this to actually create greater benefit for society as a whole.
Yeah, I hope so. As AI continues to reshape industries and there's geographical aspects that you talked about, there's this very specific pointed questions maybe. Which countries or region are best positioned to lead the innovation and adoption? And how might differences in infrastructure policy, talent, ecosystem influence the global balance of power over next decade?
I think it's going to be interesting to see how this evolves in different places. The U.S. today seems, at least our largest tech companies are focused on achieving, states of AGI, SGI, et cetera. Other places that I go in the world seem a little more focused on the utility and application of this technology into existing experiences, or for the benefit of their healthcare or their citizenry, et cetera. The fact that we have distributed compute enables many, if not all, many communities to benefit from this new technology, because we've been distributing compute for some period of time. We now are saying, like I said, $1.8 trillion, at least that's our last measurement, being driven into the build out of the infrastructure for GPU capacity that ultimately will be accessible at some price, right? And I think that will enable many policymakers to think about how to utilize this. I call it in a beneficial way for the economies that are in. But it is interesting. You see different priority sets geographically and politically about the utilization of this technology. I just hope that there will be a little more thoughtful engagement about, okay, what are the impacts that we have to think about as humanity. And I know there's certain leaders who are thinking about it and talking about it, et cetera. I just hope we advance that at the same rate that the technology is advancing, because I think we as humans are going to benefit if that happens effectively.
Well, let me also again reiterate and add that as Korean economy moves to be have had huge success in being part of the U.S. supply chain of technology, and as we move to AI. Please keep an eye on the Korean companies.
I will tell you. So here's the interesting thing. Being now again part of the COSA for a number of years, you have a wonderful, I'll call it engineering dividend.